What's the most a man should spend on a first date?
Well, I feel like there should be like a minimum, but not a most. Because like, if you want to go, beyond, that's on you. But like a minimum, I feel like if I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna use all my products to come out with you, I need like a minimum of $200, a minimum, and that's like being nice.
And what does a man get in return for that?
My presence.
But aren't you having his presence within you already?
I had to no. I mean, I hear you, but no. No. I mean, like, I'm here to get to know you. I'm here to get to know you. You invited me out.
But he has to drop $200.
Yeah. Because
minimum.
Yeah. Because you
just
invited
because
me out.
just because you have to do your makeup?
Because I have to. Okay, so we're gonna do the math. My moisturizer is $400. My eye cream is $300. My serum is like another $300. My makeup, not included. So if I have to spend, that's my money. I'm spending my money on these products. I'm gonna use these products.
What are you using them for, though?
For myself.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use these products and I'm gonna show up because it's not like I'm gonna show up in sweats.
The man doesn't owe you anything if you're just getting to know each other.
If you're inviting me out, you owe me a date.
How about you just come over and drink wine and let's watch Netflix?
I'm not your friend. I'm not, no.
We don't have to put a label on it.
No. I mean, if you're inviting me out, I don't know you. I'm not coming over. You're taking me out. We're going to meet each other. We're going to get to know each other. And if I want to come over another time, that's different.
McDonald's at best.
If you take me to McDonald's, I'm leaving.
Are you a virgin?
Yes.
At 33?
I am, yes. Unfortunately, I'm not married at 33, and I have committed myself to abstaining until marriage. So
why is it that you chose to wait until marriage, especially as a man in modern day?
Honestly, it was a decision that I made when I was really young. This might sound a little crazy, but when I was really young and I had crushes on other girls and they may have had a crush on me and then maybe they developed a crush on somebody else, I was like, oh, well, is she really mine? And now that she's had, a relationship with somebody else or a crush on somebody else or she kissed somebody else. And I thought there's got to be some level of physical intimacy that is supposed to be just between me and my eternal partner. And then later in life, we learned about sex education. I remember like thinking that right then when I first learned what sex was, I was like, this is it. This is what a man and woman who are committed to each other in marriage should do exclusively. I knew that, I just believed that in my heart. And then of course, my religion is also Catholicism, and then my priest told me, he was like, and there is no sex until marriage. And I was like, duh, of course you would want to save that with the woman that you're with for the rest of your life. You wouldn't want to have sex with somebody and then marry somebody else. That just might make.
But are you also looking for a virgin woman?
No, that's a good question. For me, I think that's right for me, and I want to be able to provide that commitment to my wife. I understand that's unrealistic in today's society, so I'd be open to dating someone who is not also a virgin.
But even then, do you think that women who have already had previous sexual partners are going to be as attracted to you knowing that you're a virgin?
I'm not sure, and sometimes I wonder if that's the reason why I'm still single. Because that is actually on my dating profile on my profile, my dating app profile. I have it on there that I am abstaining until marriage. And sometimes I wonder if that's the reason why women are uninterested in me. However, I'd rather have them find out initially than go on a date with me and then be disappointed later.
So what's the longest you'd be willing to wait?
Forever, to be honest. I'm still holding on to hope that I will find the woman that's right for me to spend the rest of my life with. And I am eager to provide that commitment to her and say, I've had you in my mind and in my heart for my entire life. And I've waited to share this with you, this level of intimacy with you and nobody else.
What's your age?
42.
Are you single?
Yes, I am.
Why do you think you're single at 42?
Because the man I was with for 9 years cheated on me a week before our wedding.
A week before the wedding?
Yep.
What did that feel like?
Painful.
How'd you find out?
I saw messages on his phone.
Did you confront him or did you just go through it?
I confronted him.
What was his reaction?
That he's human and he makes mistakes.
So what made? So why were you so quick to throw 9 years away?
Because he was having sex with other women. It's unforgivable. I don't share my bed with other people, and I'm not gonna allow him to.
But do you think he loved those women the way he loves you?
No, I think it's just temporary pleasures, something new. That's it. Yeah.
So a man could cheat on a woman that he loves.
No, that's not love. Of course not. If the thought of losing me didn't stop you, that's not love.
What's love in your eyes?
Loyalty.
They're not different. They're the same.
What do you mean?
Love and loyalty. They're the same thing.
Of course. Love is loyalty.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
And how old is your man?
He's 53.
So do age gap relationships really work?
I think when both sides have good intentions, yes.
So what are your intentions for him? Being that old?
First of all, he's not that old. 53 is not old, especially when you look the way that he looks. My intentions are just to love someone who's in this new phase of life when they were unhappy for so long and are feeling more alive than they have in the past 10 years.
But with a 20-plus year age gap, what do you two have in common?
We have a lot in common. We are both very sentimental people, very in tune with our emotions, looking for genuine love, like to have fun, like to eat good food, love to experience new things. There's never a dull moment in our relationship.
And you don't have any long-term concerns about him being that old?
Of course I do. That's always going to be there, but I prefer to focus on the positive things, and life's too short to not go for what you're feeling.
And does he have any kids?
He has 3 kids.
How old are they?
They're all college age,
So like 18, 19?
like more like 20, 21, 22.
But that's not too far off from you. So if you were to like marry him, would they still be your stepkids?
I mean, they would be my stepkids, but it's not like we would have like a mother, like disciplining their kids kind of relationship. I feel like the way that I envision it is like we're kind of friends. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me being stupid and naive. But like,
you don't think it's a little awkward being that, you know, you're kind of seeing and being intimate with their dad who's, you know, their dad and y'all are the same age?
I think that like it could probably be awkward, but also their dad is a hot young guy. I'm sure they hear that a lot too from their friends, and like their dad isn't like some senile guy who's walking around with a cane and staying at home every Friday night. Like he's out, he's with his friends, and like he's getting bottles, and there are young girls around. Like I'm sure they're used to that and would expect that too. Like I think, not to say that they're going to be completely okay with it, but I don't think they would be opposed to it. Like when you have a dad that's hot, what do you expect? You think that he's going to go and be with some like old lady? Like,
What's something that's normally unattractive in a guy that you find attractive?
ugly guys.
Oh my God, I was gonna say.
They can't be too ugly, but they can't be too pretty.
Is it like an ego thing why you like ugly guys?
I like to feel like I'm his princess, and when they're too good looking and if they're rich, like what do you really bring to the, you know, like I don't know, it's different. But when they're like decent,
You mean when he's too good looking and rich, you're easily replaceable?
anyone,
That is
baby,
true.
anyone. They have 50 bitches lined up. You're not special.
But you feel special when you're the baddest thing he can pull.
100%. Yeah.
But is he not the catch in your eyes too?
I feel like I'm a bigger reward, but I mean, maybe it depends. It depends on the man.
She's more of like a nurturing person, so like for her to be taking care of people.
So the question is like, when does this ugly guy get a shot? Like, is this in the beginning or is this after you've, you know, many failed relationships?
No, it really depends. If
Oh fuck! It's fucking cheating their ass. What the
the same thing.
Should have seen the SVJ I just saw.
Oh damn, I love us.
You're a car girl?
I love cars.
What's your longest relationship been?
It was a few years, but that was like 10 years ago. I was in a relationship for about 3 years, and since then I haven't been able to find a serious relationship, and that's what I'm looking for.
Do you think it's because you're lacking something as a man, or is it, or what? Do you think it's because you're lacking something as a man, or is it that you just haven't found a woman that is bringing what you desire?
That's a good question. I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, the woman that I desire, I'm not sure if she's into me, but also sometimes I look at some of the things that women are into right now, and there are so many things in their lives that are very fulfilling because we live in a society where we can get what we want pretty easily. And sometimes I just look at what I have to offer for a relationship, and I wonder, like, what can I provide her that she isn't already getting from something else? Like, what do I have to offer that she isn't already getting? And an example I sometimes like to use is a lot of women like to call themselves a dog mom. And I'm like, if you're already a mother, then it's like, do you even need me to be a great father figure? Or like, if you've got hot guys on your phone constantly 24/7, then like, do you really need me to be an attractive figure in your life? And if you've got TikTok or these shows that you like, or really, I mean, it could be anything. And sometimes, I mean, I wonder. You're right. I think I'm missing something where I need to provide something to her in order to be attractive to her and provide something that she's not getting anywhere else in her life. And I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay. Do you think that men your age are going for older or younger women?
Younger.
Why?
Social media.
What about it?
OnlyFans, these young wild girls that are on there and just revealing themselves. I think it's just a different generation now. You have a lot of accessibility to a lot of different type of women, and unfortunately, that's a man's weakness, and they fall short.
And where do older women fall short?
I don't think women are as weak as men. I hate to say that.
In what sense?
In the sense of women are a man's downfall. I mean, it's been proven over and over. Yes, there's women out there that cheat, but it's more known for men to do that.
Well, it all goes back to women at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. Listen, if you love someone, you're loyal. Man or woman.
Would you see yourself getting remarried?
I still have hope and love. If I exist, somebody else out there like me exists. So yeah.
What's something that's typically seen as a red flag that you find as a green flag in a guy?
I think some people might think that like a super masculine man is a red flag, but I'm kind of into that. Like, I like for a man to be super alpha and kind of make decisions. And I don't want to say be controlling, but like
Dominant.
Yes. I like, and I'm a woman of the century, but I do like for a man to kind of like, for lack of a better word, tell me what to do. Or like guide me.
So what is it about you being a woman that makes you want to be so submissive and let him lead?
I guess I'm really traditional in that way, where I'm like, I do kind of to some extent believe in gender roles, where I feel like maybe it's my daddy issues, I don't know, but I feel like a man needs to protect, guide, and the woman has her roles too, where like the woman is the head of the household, the woman like...
Wait, do you really think a woman could be the head of the household?
Oh, completely. I think like the man provides, but the woman, it's like the whole saying where like the man might be the head, but the woman is the neck. Like the woman...
Then she'd be the neck of the household, not the head.
But isn't the neck more important than the head? I think
Says
so.
who though?
I think so. That you're asking for my opinion.
When a woman is the breadwinner in a relationship, do you think that as a man, it's easier to date her then?
If the woman is the breadwinner, I'll be honest, for me, that would make me feel bad about myself. And you never want to be in that position as a man. You want to be confident and the provider and the protector. You know what? That might be ignorant for me to say that you never want to be like that. And that's not true. Some men are comfortable with that. I should say I'm not comfortable with that. So for me...
Why do you feel emasculated?
That's also a good question, and then you'd have to, I guess, identify the definition of what is masculine. And traditionally, I think that obviously is being the breadwinner, being the provider, and the protector. However, maybe that's not necessarily true for a lot of modern relationships. For me, I would feel emasculated, and I would feel like I'm not doing my job as a male figure in the relationship, and especially not in the family, if I'm not providing the financial support for the entire family.
Now, do you think that if you were to run into conflict, that she'd just throw it in your face, oh, I make more money, and lose respect for you easier, or?
That's a good question. I don't necessarily think she'd lose respect or throw it in my face. However, I think the reason why I believe the man needs to make money is because if you look at the responsibility of reproduction, all of the medical risk falls on her. And I can't take any of that off of her. Historically, women have been very at risk of death, and their children have been at risk of death by giving birth to children. And I can't take that burden off of her. I cannot say, let me carry the child, let me give birth to the child, let me take those medical risks. So that makes it to where I have to take on some other responsibility. And the best thing I think I can do is say, let me pay for whatever medical assistance you need, and let me go out and make the money. Let me do the job so that you can take it easy, take care of yourself, and take care of the kid, at least while you're pregnant, delivering, and then even while nursing. Because those are biological differences, not societal differences that I cannot assume. So in other words, I have to make up for that, and I think the way to do that is financially.
What's the most a man should spend on a first date?
I think it doesn't mean anything about the spending. I think it's about the effort you put. You can have a pizza on the beach looking at a sunset, and it's just as more meaningful than an expensive dinner.
So it's more about the connection.
Of course. Yeah, for sure.
If you vibe with a guy, it doesn't matter where he takes you.
Doesn't matter. We could be at a bench or on the beach. It doesn't matter.
So at 42, if I came to you and I said, hey, let's make a charcuterie board and drink wine for a first date at my place, would you be open to that?
Of course. I think it's about the effort, not about the money.
You don't think I'd be expecting to have a reward at the end of the night, or?
Not if I'm a classy woman and I let you know. It's up to me at the end of the day, you know?
So you control access to it.
Of course. Of course.
Okay.
I'm going to choose to sleep with you or not. If I don't choose, I'm not going to sleep with you.
What's the most a man should spend on a first date?
Ooh, okay, the most, I wouldn't say like with the most, but I think the minimum, I feel like within the like 200 to 300 range is like normal.
That's the minimum?
Yes.
What makes you think that's normal?
And that's me being like nice. Like I feel like if you're trying to take someone on a really nice date and really trying to impress a girl, like okay, you're paying for dinner at a nice place, you're doing...
This is a first date we're still talking about.
Yeah, don't you want to impress the girl on your first date? Like you want to show her a good time, get drinks, get dinner, do something else, like, I don't know.
Well, but is that realistic for a man to want to spend $300-400 the first time he's getting to know a chick?
I think so. Otherwise, what are you doing? If you're not trying to impress someone, you're just like wasting your time. You're just what? You're just trying to screw them?
Let's go get slushies at Sonic.
We can do that, but wouldn't you want to like really impress the girl first?
So be real with me. Be real with me. Have you ever given it up to a guy who spent $0 on you?
When I was like 18.
Okay. So what makes you think that like a guy should have to pay now to, you know, get back to the same spot?
Because I'm not 18 anymore. I've realized that you have to have standards in life, and I'm not just looking to screw around.
But you don't think that's superficial? $300-400?
I don't think it's superficial because I'm not asking you to take me on a shopping spree. I'm asking you to like show me a good time and like show me that you care enough to take me to a nice place, to try to impress me. It's not because you're spending XYZ. It's because you're trying to show me that I'm worth this much.